What it do, gaming family? What's going on with you guys? We are back once again. This is Victory Road, a gaming podcast presented to you by the Blurred Syndicate, and I am always and forever will be the pesky Hokage,
the
and
biggest host we've seen thus far.
Hey, and man, as always, with me, my man 100 Grand, my brother from another, the Dub, ladies and gentlemen. Can't see him, you can't see him, and the official, unofficial third chair. He didn't listen. He didn't been trying to get on. We put him on, and you know what I'm saying. The man don't want to leave now. So
hold on, you asked me to be here, bro. Don't do that. Hold on now. You asked me.
Man. Hey,
the brother LBG is back once again, man.
Well, let me show this layer. Damn. Okay, you got jokes. You look like Matt from Wii Party. Shut up.
Chill out.
Already with the shenanigans, man. What's going on,
y'all? What's going on? Good to be back.
As always, man. Glad to have you, my boy. Before we get into everything we got today, man, LBG, what you been doing, man? Tell everybody what you been playing on YouTube page and all that other good stuff.
All right, Dub, I don't want to hear you say nothing, but I've been playing Resident Evil Revelations. Because I know you're gonna be making a horror game comment. Like, I know you're gonna say something.
Hey man,
so
we gotta get this man a psych eval, bro. We gotta get this man a psych eval. Bro, what's going on in your life, bro?
I don't even want to know.
We gotta get him on some cozy games. All this horror, we gotta get him on some Animal Crossing.
Man, so I gotta stab or shoot something, bro. I can't play cozy games. Like, I tried Stardew Valley. I was like, nope. I need a grenade.
See, me and my best friend, we play Stardew Valley. We got a farm together, so I feel you though. I can't play it by myself.
You see, you can't play it by yourself?
Nah, my attention span.
I love it. Nah, but then last week I went live with Legacy of Kain Defiance. So I'm playing that again this week. I'm trying to think. I might go live again with The Wolf Among Us. I heard that was a good game.
Yeah.
So I might go live with that soon. So, and I've been playing the Outer Worlds. I slept on that game, bro. That game took up like a bulk of my time now. I'm like, this game is kind of fire.
That's what's up. I know you're in Outer Worlds 2. Supposed to be dropping this year as well, so be on the lookout for that. Like
Outer World, like the third person shooter. Well,
first person. Can you do? They got third person mode on there?
No, they don't.
They don't.
I might be thinking about another game, man.
Are you thinking about Starfield?
Nuh-uh. Hold on. I'll be right back.
He don't forget. But the only reason I asked
because the memory get bad.
Because Obsidian did make Outer Worlds, and they make Outer Worlds too.
Okay.
The only reason I asked because Avowed has it's first person, but they also have third person view as well.
You know what? Let me say this then. I don't know if it has third person because it never showed me any options of third person, but I just keep it first regardless. So
yeah. What you about to say, Doug? What game you talking about?
Hold on, I'm damn near there because I can't think of the name. I played the mess out of it, but I ain't beat it.
It ain't Savage Planet, is it? Something like that.
Nah, but I think it started with an O2.
I see.
I keep talking about.
Shoot. Hold on. I know what you're talking about too, because I almost bought it by mistake. I was like, this ain't what I wanted.
Let's see.
I feel like it's out something too.
Outer Wilds.
Hold on. Outriders, that's what it was. Outriders.
Oh, okay. That was Square Enix, right?
It's a shooter.
Yeah.
That's like Destiny or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, Outriders. And I was like, I know it's not Outlast. But yeah, I got them six confused the other day. And then I was watching a YouTube video and they was talking about how fire the other worlds was. And I was like, I slip on this. This says very Fallout, similar to Fallout.
I don't see the similar. Yeah, okay, maybe there's some parts I can see it's similar because it has like a lot of older jingles in there, like Fallout does and whatnot. But outside of that, that's the only similarity I see, though. You feel me? Like it's its own thing. It's its own charm. It's goofy. It don't take itself too seriously. The characters are hilarious. Like, I think it's a good game. I think it's dope.
I'm trying not to put too much on my gaming plate.
Right.
Don't do it.
Starting to get a little big.
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You see how you always talk about me. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. Don't do it. Play what you can, my boy. First.
I'm gonna
beat
come.
stuff first.
I'm gonna come.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't about to. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't put this. Just finish a vow. I'm surprised I got that done. I did. I got a vow. If I had to do that for the review or whatever.
I heard that game was relatively short, like maybe 12, 13 hours.
So let me say this: you could. I think you can possibly do it. From what I was told,
10.
They said like 15 if you mainline. But when I tell you right now, you're not gonna want to mainline that game. Like you gonna miss out on so much stuff if you just mainline it. And like you can, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to beat it, you can, like even with me doing, I didn't mainline, I didn't start really mainlining until like till I made it past like the second city. And I wasn't even doing a whole lot of exploring, but it still took me close to 30 hours, if not over 30 hours to beat it. But it is, when I tell you that game has so much to offer, if you sit there and play it, if you love RPGs, like even the mechanics, the combat is so much fun, bro. Like I told, that was my first time being like a full magic user. I was rocking, I had a grimoire and a wand. Then my second, I was rocking a sword at first, but then I switched to another grimoire and a pistol. So I'm throwing magic and shooting at the same, like, bruh, I was enjoying the hell out of it.
He said a grimoire and a pistol. Damn.
Hey, bro, look at this.
I ain't
Throwing that magic.
I ain't never heard a combination like that before. He told me that he was rocking with a sword in the grimoire. I was like, all right, Austin, this man, he became some.
He put the sword away.
I pulled out a grimoire and a pistol. Man, what you want to do, bro? What you want to do? Listen, and it's I'm telling you, I love the combat, bro. Like the fact that you can do stuff like that was dope. And like I said, they do have first and third person view. But anyway, so the main topic of the show today is, man, I saw an article and it didn't intrigue me, especially after Sony State of Play. And the question was asked, is Sony coasting by, or is Sony coasting with this PS5 generation? We're going to discuss it a little later. We'll get into it. But first, before we move to that, the dub has got to experience and had to jump in of Elden Ring Nightreign. So before we get to the main topic, I want to hear how Elden Ring Nightreign was, man. You know, I've heard a couple people talk about it. They got a chance to play it, man, but want to hear firsthand experience from the dub, man. So dub, you got the flow, man. It's on you, big dog.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It confused the fuck out of me. Like, not saying degrees make you equivalent of being smart, but I got 2 degrees. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, they explain nothing.
Yeah.
You pop in, they drop you at the roundhouse table, and they're like, all right, you get a random character. There was no character creation, which was disappointing me. I thought I was gonna create me a character. So now it got me wondering if it's gonna be a character creation in the game, or was this pre-made characters are those pre-made characters for the beta, or were like the game just have pre-made characters, you know? And and kind of how it's played, it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't have like a storyline, because I'm looking at the price of it. It doesn't seem like they put a lot of effort into the game price point wise. It seems like it's gonna be like one of those things where you just kind of repeatedly do the same stuff, try to get new equipment, and just almost kind of Monster Hunters ish. Even though I played too much Monster Hunter, almost like Monster Hunter ish. So you spawn in, you kind of walk around. Like, I didn't know how to do my special. You know, in Elden Ring, your potions are everything. I didn't know what the fuck to find a potion. I didn't come equipped with them. I'm playing with other folks. They health bars this big, mine this big. I seen them popping potions. I'm like,
can I get one?
Yeah, I'm like, what my potion? Like, the reason I know they were popping potions because I see that the potion popping animation, and my character did not do that once after several games.
Bro said he was quite drenched, quite thirsty.
He was thirsty, and I'm over here dying. I'm dodging my ass off once I kind of knock the dust off. Like, okay, bruh, no. I was like, didn't explain. Granted, I'm sure once you buy the game, they'll explain everything. But they didn't explain shit to me. But like I said, I enjoyed myself a little bit. But it did make me wonder, like, I don't know if this is gonna be for me. I need some little story and and then it kind of had like that Fortnite Call of Duty mechanic. And like I said, I played a little Monster Hunter, so I don't know if it's in there. But like after a certain point in time, the board shrinks. So like if you're outside of like a certain zone, you start losing health. That shit started shrinking on me. I'm like, didn't know it was shrinking. Flames just started coming up. I was like, oh, okay, the boss must be somewhere. Man, I was like, I just had hit a site of grace. So the sites of grace heal you like as soon as you touch them now. That was the same points. I had just hit one. I looked, I said, boy, what the fuck happened to my health? And then it kind of like clicked. Oh shit, I need to get up out this. And I didn't miss sitting there so long. I didn't know which way it went. So died there. And then it's like a weird 3-day period where you have to fight different bosses or something. So I guess at the end of each day you fight a boss. So or something like that, or like to end of the day you have to beat the boss for that day. Never made it to day 3 to find out. Never made it to day 3. You know, because like I said, I already don't know how to heal myself besides hitting sites of grace. So I'm playing cautious. Yeah. And then like I said, I don't know if the people I was playing with didn't have a headset, but they weren't chatting with me.
They weren't talking to you, huh?
They weren't talking to me. So nobody explaining nothing to me. I'm just like, all right, I just gotta pick this up as I go. So it was kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do more. Hopefully they do some more stuff and like kind of take you from the beginning. But if the game start out just like how that baby is, it's gonna be a lot of confused, pissed off ass people.
Dang.
Because I don't really see a lot of story being involved in that, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, so you don't think that's gonna be any type of lore or anything that's gonna have
drop
with it?
In? Because, and like I said, and the reason I said it because the price point, like it seems like you just drop in, fuck shit up, and leave. And then, like I said, it don't, and like certain mechanics that they took out of it, like on Elden Ring, you couldn't necessarily like just keep pressing X and like climbing shit. I know it's kind of weird to say, but like they didn't really have a real, like you couldn't just scale a mountain because I seen like little crevices on it in Elden Ring. But on this one, like shit, you can just keep tapping X and like and climb up. So it's like, and then they took away like fall damage, so I could fall from higher the fuck how I wanted to, and no damage was taken. But I guess that makes sense since like you fly in on a damn bird and you get dropped off there. So I guess that's just kind of like makes sense. I guess so.
So. What are you playing? A variation of Fortnite with Elden Ring? Like what? What is
that's what it kind of seemed like a variation, like a Fortnite-ish.
How you gonna have? That's weird. How you gonna have a battle royale? And I don't know. I don't play Elden Ring, so I can't speak on that. But I'm like, that sounds like they're trying to go battle royale with it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And then I think you have to have 3 people. There's only one time when I was playing by myself, and that's because I think the other 2 people left.
Yeah,
but it was they didn't do a lot of explaining, so I kind of got a lot of questions. Like, it also makes me question if I want to buy it.
That's why I was just about to ask you. Do you feel like you still want to pick this up day one, or is this maybe like I'm hold off on it?
You know, I'm kind of goofy. I get enough people that's gonna buy it and play it with me. I'll pick it up, but it's just kind of like.
So basically, what Dub's saying is, if y'all gonna play this game, all you gotta do is just send him a text message, tell him to do it. He probably gonna do it. He probably gonna do it. That's how I got him to do Monster Hunter. So you know what I'm saying. He probably gonna do it.
Yeah. So far, I only know like 2 people.
Yeah.
That said they're gonna get it. That was Justin and Philly.
Yeah.
And Philly backlog so big. I might fuck around and get that game. I might never even touch it with Philly. You know what I'm saying? But I know Justin. Justin I know me and him gonna play it.
Yeah. Is what I about to say? What y'all playing something together already?
Armor Core.
Is she playing it with you?
Bruh, I don't know what she's playing now. I don't know.
Sound like she playing and not playing the game with you.
Oh, she playing some games, but it's just not.
She ain't playing that.
It'll probably be 2 years before we hit Armor Core. I might fuck around and beat it before we pick it up.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's. I don't know. Like I said, I saw somebody else was talking about it. They said it was like Elden Ring Arcade or something like that. I'm like, from what they were saying, matter of fact, it was Lady Infamous. Shout out to Lady Infamous, former guest of the show, man. She was on her podcast, GWG, Grown Women Gaming. They were talking about, she was giving her impressions of Elden Ring Nightreign because she was playing as well, and she was just saying like it was like a arcade, like almost like a. She was trying to put in words. Somebody in the chat was like an Elden Ring arcade, and she was like, "Yeah, that's basically kind of what it was, man." And I'm like, me personally, I didn't have any thoughts or hopes to get the game myself. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my alley. I don't drive down that street. Now, Dub, on the other hand, I know he he loved Elden Ring.
Sports mode, all gas, no brakes. Torture me, make me feel alive.
You know what I'm saying? So I was hoping he was gonna get it, but after this preview we had, man, it's looking real iffy, huh?
I'm probably 50, like I said, I'm probably 60-40.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
At first when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting this. But now it's kind of like 60-40.
Okay. Well, I mean that's it for the sidebar. So we're gonna jump into this whole discussion. I can't find the exact article. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up while we're here, and I should have did this earlier. It's on me, but the article was saying. The article was saying or asking, is PlayStation coasting? And to the point of what I mean by that is, after the Sony State of Play, we didn't get any real news on any first party titles. The only first party title we really saw, I mean, we got a remake or whatever, but no announcement of new first parties outside of Saris, which is by Housemarque. They're making Housemarque. It's done by Housemarque, and they're making a game called Saris. The same studio that did Returnal, and that's not coming out to 2026. Now, granted, this year we do know Ghost of Yotei is coming out this year, and more than likely, what's the game by Hideo Kojima? What's
Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2 is probably coming out this year, but there are no release dates. And you would think with Death Stranding 2 being on, more than likely, it's probably going to be day one on day one PS5, maybe PC. We'll kind of wait and see, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna come to PC at a later. Yeah, definitely come to PC. But I'm probably, and you would think we would get like some type of trailer or announcement for it during the State of Play, unless Kojima's holding it for his best friend Jeff Keighley for Summer Game Fest. We'll probably see something there from Summer Game Fest. But before we get into much details and much depth, appreciate that, Doug. You guys' thoughts? What do you got? Like, just based off the thing. So, and Doug found the article. Shout out to Doug, man. I found the article. It was by Eurogamer, and they're saying, is Sony beginning to coast with PS5 sales up and first party releases down? Gaming's eerie new normal takes shape. So, how do you guys feel? Or do you guys feel Sony is kind of coasting by, or are they beginning to coast with the drawback of, we're not seeing any real first party titles? We're not seeing, consoles are still selling, but we're not seeing any real first party titles. We're not getting those new IPs or big first party IPs. We're getting remake after remake with one first party title sprinkled in there. How do you guys feel?
You got a first LVG, or you want me to go?
Go ahead, Dub. You got it. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. I'm letting him do his daddy thing real quick. Get your belt. Didn't I tell you get your
man, listen, man.
Come up there.
What? Don't. He gotta do it. He's the master of the dad stutter.
He is, but
that dad intimidation stuff.
Listen, because you don't want to say, you don't want to talk to him too rough. Try not to. But sometimes that's all they understand.
How you gonna not talk to your kids rough? You talk to me rough.
Damn.
Man, what? I remember one time we were playing football outside. That boy put me on my neck. I ain't want to cry. I'm like, man, my neck hurt, but
I gotta go home.
Hey, man, it's getting kind of late. But I'm not mad at the slowing down of games like first party titles because to be quite honest, just as a guy in his 30s without kids and stuff like that, but I still have other responsibilities. A consistent flow of games coming out, it builds up your backlog, and you end up missing out on great games that you don't get to play. Like we started on Yakuza, I'm like, damn man, this game came out how long ago? I'm like, man, it's something I kind of like I should have been playing this.
Yeah,
and I'm like, now I gotta be like, and my little cousin, he was like, hey, you gotta play Infinite Wealth now. You gotta go, hey, bro, don't put too much on my plate. But also, like, I feel like if you keep releasing too many games, you kind of overuse ideas. Case in point, even with the woke warriors, always calling everything woke because you got a different character. I mean, yeah, if you kind of like always like we have a plethora of games with white men. So once you start putting too many characters out, what female others or black people, it does seem like you kind of pushing something, which I disagree on. If you can't tell somebody how to make their shit. So that's one point in my opinion. If somebody writes a script like that, you can't be mad at how they write their shit. You just have to opt not to buy it. If you're not gonna buy it, then shut the fuck up. It's not for you. But anyway, so it kind of dies down that whole overusing certain ideas, because I do feel like once you kind of overuse something, it does become saturated. Like personally, like comic books, I like when there was a lack of black characters, because when one popped out, they popped out. Versus like when Black Panther dropped, boom, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, boom. But now Sam Wilson is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That effect's not there no more because you kind of overuse the idea and the concept of it. So with them slowing down, I'm not mad at it. I think they are coasting because when you left your opponent 2 or 3 times, you're supposed to coast. Why keep going full out? But from a consumer standpoint, like, don't be trying to fuck me over because y'all got it. Xbox can still come back and lap you now. Nintendo is still out there, and they got the Nintendo Switch too. You think they're gonna be a niche? It's gonna be a niche console.
Shit.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. Nintendo mess around and take over the whole show.
Listen, I don't think that's gonna happen. But
I don't either. But I'm just saying you can't get too comfortable.
You're right. If Nintendo can if the Switch 2 can actually play more of these current games, it's gonna be
don't look like Mortal Kombat 1 on Nintendo
yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, and if they look like, granted, I'm sure it's not gonna be like N04. You go have those graphic gamers to be like, it ain't getting 4K like it. But if the game can play and run at least 30 frames per second steadily with no drops, and it looks good 1080p or whatever, like, and it's a current game, you gonna have a lot of people that simply of the, like Dub and LVG, they both got what? Steam, both of y'all got Steam decks, right? Mm-hmm. So like, imagine that, like, being able to play those games, those current bigger games like that on a handheld. Like that right there is a selling point in itself. Like, maybe I need to go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying? But I just, the PlayStation is clearly and by far the most popular console, man. Like it's moving units right now. It's moving units, and it's based off the popularity. I mean, granted, that part is selling, and I won't say. I say as far as just my fault. LVG, you go ahead and then I'll jump in. You sure?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, for me, as far as do I feel like that coasting, I think it's a yes and no, and I say that because Sony is still getting, you're still getting games, whether they're third party games or they're second party exclusives or whatever, third party exclusive, i.e. Rise of the Ronin, Black Myth. What you about to say?
And then you gotta think, why would they kind of invest in more first parties when they getting a lot of stuff from Xbox coming over too?
Mm.
You kind of made me think about
the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say that. Dang. Okay.
But I mean, that goes back to kind of something I was saying. Just some of the, like, one of the things I was saying in some of the conversation I was having with Justin of, like, that Xbox has changed the whole thing. They don't care about that, putting their games on everywhere else. Granted, they are doing that, but they're trying. Their goal is to become the biggest publisher in the world, which is kind of more than likely where they've been headed. Like they said, after they figured out they couldn't do anything with Sony in the console race, they changed their whole thing. They're a software company that's become the biggest publisher. They're trying to compete with the likes of Google and other things. They don't care about Sony no more. It's more about Google and Amazon and all those folks. They're trying to compete with them against them. That's why they switched. That's another reason why they switched to being more so on the publishing side, and they're putting their games everywhere. But I will say, like I said, when you getting those first party exclusives or stuff like that to your, like I said, Black Myth, Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy, all those are coming to PlayStation first. You know what I'm saying? Before they go anywhere else. Like you mentioned, Baldur's Gate 3, granted it was on PC, but then the first console to touch was PlayStation. I think, I say no to that point, but yes, when it comes to those first party exclusives, like that's kind of where PlayStation made their bread and butter as far as getting people to buy in to the PlayStation brand. Like after the PS3 generation and the PS4 came out, you saw those first party exclusive, those things that to get people to come to the PlayStation. Like, hey, you should pick up a PlayStation, bro. I'm switching over to PlayStation because they got this, this, and this, and this. Xbox ain't got that. I'm getting a PlayStation because they got this, this, and this, and that. Like, it was those first party titles that I'm not gonna say lured people, that got people to come over. And then once you got over there, you see how nice it is. You told your friends about it. Guess what? Your friends were like, you know what? You right, bro. You playing over there. I can't play with you over. Let me go get. It's on that anyway. Let's go. Let me go take my Xbox. So let me get this instead of getting the Xbox. That's how people got their brand, because of those games. But this PS5 generation, I mean, to be honest with you, we haven't seen that. Like once people, that granted they sold over 75 million, we still ain't seeing the games per se from the first party. When you get a third party, and then you may get one first party a year, maybe two.
But I ain't gonna lie either. Kind of to your point, like a lot of people pulling for place. I ain't heard nobody say they want to go on to buy an Xbox in a minute. Like when Xbox first dropped, now I feel like it was equal amounts of people like going after the Xbox and going after the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. But after about 2 years in that console war, I heard more people on Xbox like, yeah, I'm gonna go get me a PlayStation. Like if a person got a PlayStation first, they were less likely to get an Xbox after. Versus if they got Xbox first, they was likely to get a PlayStation after. And I'm just, boy, I ain't no light skinned Larry over there was tatted, boy.
Shut up, man.
I ain't know that, boy. Oh, tat, boy. Yeah, the food over here, boy. Gangster. but
man, focus, dang.
Yeah, hey, so like, but yeah, so yeah, bro, I don't know, but and the thing about it is, with all that, I don't want Xbox out the console because I know Sony gonna rip our ass. You feel me? Like $1,200, $1,500 for PlayStation, easy.
We'll see. LBG, man, you ain't saying nothing, bro. Come on, what you got for us?
I would say yes, they are coasting. Excuse me. But my reasoning is because maybe it's taking way longer to develop games because we gotta have voice actors, we gotta have crazy scores, we gotta have these amazing cinematics, we gotta have motion capture. It's just so much more to do and bringing more people in. Yes, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because I'm trying to figure out how to word it without bringing another console into it. Well, essentially, Xbox did it too. They coasted a lot, and then boom, they got Starfield, right? But when the Xbox Series S and X came out, they really didn't have anything first party for that generation. And then Starfield dropped. They got some bangers dropping now that I'm definitely going to play, right? And I'm like, I think Xbox started to get their stride with this console generation, but I think it's just too late. But no, they are coasting. But like to what Dub said though, like because we got third party games and we got second party games coming out and saying, hey, listen, we notice how y'all run the console market. We want to bring our games to y'all. And so people can buy these games and do all this and enjoy our games because we know when we put it on PlayStation, it's going to sell. It's going to do stuff. Even though it may be niche or whatever, it's still going to sell. So yes, I do think they are coasting because, like we say, our backlog is full, our plate's full. PlayStation's plate might be kind of full too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you brought up Black Myth Wukong. You brought up somebody bring up Stellar Blade.
I didn't bring up. I said Rather the Rona, but Stellar Blade is another good one.
He thinking about them yams. That boy got them yams on his mind. He thinking about yams.
No, it was a good game. No, I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh no,
up.
it was,
lore
bro. Like
and everything, music, combat was it. I honestly,
bro.
I don't want to say it's better than Black Myth, but it does hit in other areas that Black Myth missed that.
It did.
Like take away the gooners and all that other goofy stuff, man. Like it hit in a lot of different areas. I'm like, yo, this game is fire.
It did. Bro, I used to just sit still and let the track play.
Bro, I bought the soundtrack.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like the soundtrack is fire. I'm like, I don't know what they're saying, but it's dope.
Bro, it's very matter of fact. Next stream, we need some Stellar Blade music in the background.
Some Stellar Blade music. I'm gonna have to I can see what we can do about that. We're gonna see if we can find something.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, yeah, they are coasting though, man. Because I mean, at this point, like you said too, if I'm winning, why do I need to lap you again? Why do I need to
waste money?
That's
I will say this, and just like, and I ain't gonna say waste money. Like, let me say this. Now, granted, they've sold over 75 million units when it comes to the console. Shout out to them for doing that. But essentially, software is where you make where you make your money, because you take a lot of it's been this is kind of a known thing where you take a loss on consoles. That goes for both PlayStation and like Nintendo, all that, like Xbox. Generally you take a loss on console because you put all that technology in there and you put it at a certain price so people can buy it and then they can sell, and then you make your money back off your software that you put out. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes in. But I think into LVG's point, what he did mention and what he brought up, man, about how their voice actors, all the stuff they're putting into these games nowadays. We want these big, and I'm not saying I want these big, huge first party titles. It's got to be like cinematic and all that stuff. Let me say this. That is amazing. That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. But at the same time, I love other smaller games. Give me a good AA game that's still good. Even I haven't played Astro, but that's more of a platforming type of AA game. It's not a huge first party third AAA game or whatever you want to call it. It's still a AA game.
I'm waiting for that bad boy to be free. I ain't gonna spend no money on, but I do.
Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I like to your point, you brought up Xbox. Look at the like Avowed. I played Avowed. I wouldn't say that's a AAA game. It's more of a AA, but it's really good. South of Midnight, AA game. Maybe Doom, I'd probably say more of a AAA, because that's Doom the Dark Ages.
What would you rate Expedition 33?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking
it looks good.
It looks good. Don't let me say it looks good. I plan on playing
the voice actors in there too. It's like
Ben Starr, Charlie Cox. They got Daredevil in Expedition 33. Daredevil is in that. The guy that does Daredevil now is in Expedition 33. So
Daredevil drops in less than a month.
March 4th, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's more so, and I think from what they're saying, the hours is going to be about 25 hours to beat from what they were saying.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So I'm thinking it's more like a AA game, and it's as a husband, dad, gamer, content creator, all that other good stuff. I love a good solid 10 to 15 to 25 hour game. Everything does not have to be 50 hours for you to get your story and get the point across. Now, granted, there's a space for that. There's a time for that. There are games for that. But for me, like, every game does not need to be that. You know what I'm saying? And it goes with Sony. Like, I don't need every game to be a cinematic masterpiece. I don't need a movie game. I don't need that every game. Give us other good stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that money they put in the Concord for it to only be out for 2 weeks, and they pull it and then take it off, and we don't see it ever again, and then y'all done close the studio down. Like, that's y'all fault. Like, it's not, y'all not listening. I know people were upset the fact that we're getting a Days Gone remaster, but where the Bloodborne at? Where it is it? What's some other stuff? What about Infamous? Why we ain't got an Infamous remaster?
I'll
Like,
give you Infamous, Killzone, Resistance,
what are y'all doing?
SOCOM.
What are you? That's my thing. Like that's why I say yes, they're coasting, because, like, granted, they're up in the console sales, they're up in some other stuff, but like you still have gamers out there that there are things that we're missing. We need, like, granted, Ghost of Yote. I'm assuming. I can't wait for that. I think it's gonna be good, man. I love Ghost of Tsushima.
I need that Legends mode again.
You know what I'm saying? I just want Ghost of Yote. I hope it be good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play Death Stranding. I'm probably not gonna play Death Stranding 2, but I know people out there that love Death Stranding, and it's gonna be. They're waiting on Death Stranding 2. The beach.
The UPS simulator.
The beach.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, I got stuck one time, and bro, I had got.
Go ahead.
I was playing. I was trying to get into because I heard the story was. Bro, I got stuck on one part. I got stuck on one part, and I had beat the part, but the nigga dropped the shit right there, like right where I was supposed to cross at. The nigga got down, fumbled, fucked me up, and for some reason, hey. But
nah, I lost some stuff, man. But like, in a game like that, that's a game where you gotta go around and you gotta do some side quest stuff, because it's going to give you some stuff to take care of that. Like, I remember I had like these little mech legs that I attached to Sam's legs, and like my balance was better, my speed was better, my endurance was better. I'm running down the hill full speed. I'm not dropping nothing. I'm like, oh, shit, y'all can't say nothing to me. And when I got my truck, oh man, when I got my vehicle, you know what I'm saying, just
bro, I got
building the highway.
I got stuck on a mountain. I tried hours trying to figure out how to get down that mountain without alerting the little enemy shit.
Yeah,
bro, I couldn't do it.
And they give you stuff to literally cut the cord off the enemy so they can disappear. But if you ever go back to it, build zip lines. That's all I'm saying. Build zip lines, because that made the game so much more smoother.
And what other people put in the game, doesn't that show up in your game as well, right?
Yep. I can't tell you how many times like I saved, I was like, yo, that's a good idea. Let me build a zip line, line it up with that. So now that 50-mile walk just turned into like 20 seconds. I'm like, oh, let's go.
Listen, I mean, if it's actually like that, man, maybe one day I'll jump into the world of Death Stranding.
I remember it was
is amazing.
It is. I remember it was two cats specifically that was saying the same stuff. It's a walking simulator, UPS simulator. You walking with a fetus, all this other stuff. And I bought into it. Then I played it, and I'm like, oh, snap. And it's the first Hideo Kojima game I actually remember playing. Like, I've never played any of the Metal Gear games. Like, it just it was never my thing, bro. Like, I slept on it. But I might try it out now, because they got like the first 3 remastered or whatever. I might try it out.
And they got Metal Gear Delta. I think
matter of fact, isn't that coming out on PlayStation as well?
Yeah. I think you'll like the sci-fi.
That's why it's posted.
I think you'll like the sci-fi undertones in it. And then they always have like somebody that's kind of like a horror-ish type of character.
I rock with it. I tried to play, what was it, Phantom Pain? I just couldn't. I don't know. I guess I couldn't grasp it, or maybe I wasn't in the right headspace or had the right gaming maturity to play it. But I was like, I just can't do it. Like, I was trash at it. Like, why is no redhead kid floating? What is this?
Bro, I was fire at it, but I had to put it down. I was in college, and the chick I was talking to was doing homework, and she accidentally like unplugged the game because whatever we were doing, she was doing homework. She had her feet thing, so the console unplugged, deleted all my save files, bro. All of them. I was sick.
You gotta get out, man.
I was close to beating it too, and I was like, I can't start over.
That file got corrupted, boy. He ain't had no cloud save.
Bro, like did you cuss out? What'd you do? Did you say was you was nice? I don't know how to I don't know how I would have acted on that one, like, bro.
I mean, it ain't like she tried to do it, like just
I know
unplug. And I was like, damn.
Hey, hold on. I got a topic for y'all.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this for a minute. When has it been established that games that are 6s or that are a 7 is a bad game? When did that crap start?
When Gen Z started playing games.
Because
I ain't gonna say that. I think it's more so. I think it's more so the older crowd that take it as 6 or 7. The only reason I say that because you get people like, you know what? It might be Gen Z, but it's those people now that if a game ain't a 9, it ain't it, or a game ain't an 8, it ain't it. Like anything above a 5 is still, depending on what it is,
I'll play a 5.
It's fair play.
Right.
It depends on what it is. Yeah.
Like I said, I will play a game that doesn't take itself seriously, but I have a good time. I have a good laugh. I see what they tried to do. They either didn't execute properly. I'm stuttering, or that's just not the direction they wanted to go. They just wanted they wanted a microwavable meal. They didn't want a full 24-hour smoked ribs, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I just like I don't see no problem with that, and I think the thing that pops up, and I see it a lot of times in some of these groups, is like when people say things like, is this game worth my time, or is this game worth my $67? I'm like, I think that's what stops them right there, because if you feel like you're not going to get your money's worth, you're not going to want to spend it. Yeah. And the a-hole that I am, I'm like, bro, you got to ask that. Hold on to your $60 because you need it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but like the wording is different. It's like me saying, hey, Dub, how do you feel about this game, versus saying, hey, Dub, is this game worth my $60? This game worth my time? It's just your wording is different.
Exactly. Accident. I would say accident. Instead of accident that way, just ask, what is your opinion on this game? Has anybody played this game? How do you feel about it? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, I don't base what I'm gonna play off just off reviews or whatever. I don't base my stuff off of what people, like random people are saying. I base my stuff off, if it's a game that I haven't played or think about playing, I base my stuff off people that I know who actually play games. And it depends on what type of game, I'm gonna go to that person like, hey, how you feel about this? What do you think? Do you think I would like it, or do you think it's something that I would be able to get into, or whatever the case may be? I go do that. But like you see that like so many people, and but that's just how everything is nowadays. People are downing or trashing games before the game even comes out. I saw a guy make a point of about he was like, because you can't hurt the NPCs. Like, say for you can't, like, he would just, somebody would point out, you can't do anything to the NPCs. This game, like they had it in this game, but it's not in this game. You can't hurt the NPCs. Now, I get there's something that you're trying to point out, and somebody pulled up a video showing from I think Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. They were shooting arrows at the NPCs and nothing was happening. Like, nobody pointed this out in this game, but you want to point this out in this game. Like let's be, little stuff like that people be trying to do to bring down certain games. If you don't like a game, my guy, that's fine. If you never played a game and you don't like it, that's fine as well. But keep that thought and opinion to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or keep, like, that's how I feel. Like, I get it. If you're not gonna play it, that's fine. I don't need you to announce it to the world to say I'm not playing that game. Nobody needs to know that. Nobody cares. Thank you.
Gives a fuck.
My thing is, how does that even, I guess, what's what I'm looking for? How does that fit into the game world of whether it's necessary or not? For example, we want to talk about Infamous. If you attacked NPCs in Infamous, you get the evil meter rating up. If you attacked characters in KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, you attack NPCs or whatever, or attack people, you get your Sith meter up. That makes sense for the game. Why is me attacking NPCs or not being able to attack them an issue? That doesn't make any sense. Just nitpicking. Like, I remember a situation where some dude, and this is the console war crap that we talked about, where somebody was like, "Oh man, Spider-Man 2 is garbage because you can't go inside the garage." Like, why would he go inside the garage?
Thank you.
Like, why? He can't fall through the the openings of the Ferris wheel. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you? You know,
And the thing about it
don't
is,
make no sense, bro.
and then on top of that, you start incorporating shit like that. Games become more expensive because now they have to put more time into it. They are talking about
Right.
making GTA possibly $100,
a full bill, bro.
and they're like, "Oh, you can be able to go into every building." Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't care. I don't need to go in every
You're gonna
building.
be able to go in every building. You're gonna look at the same NPCs.
Right.
I don't need to be able to go in every building.
The NPCs look the same.
There you go.
Like,
I went in this building over here in this part of the city. Then I went like 5 miles and went in this building, and the same NPC was in there with it. Like, bro, y'all just nip. Like, I don't need. Like, let me say, when I say I want a world that's lived in. For me, I'm not gonna check to see if that same NPC is sweeping the same spot every goddamn day. If I just so happen to walk past it and that NPC is sweeping or they carry on conversation, I'm not gonna just because every time I'm there, I'm not gonna stop and look and see exactly. Like if it look like they moving and doing something, I'm impressed enough. I'm good. I'm not for the sit
I
there.
can't program it to do that.
Thank you. Like I just finished The Witcher 3.
Like my bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like I just finished The Witcher 3, playing through that amazing game. I was late on it. Amazing game. However, like the world was lived in, you could see people doing different stuff or whatever the case may be. But I'm pretty sure those same people were doing like different. They had certain tasks or routes that they were supposed to walk and do or whatever. Like, but I didn't pay attention to them to make sure it was just they would see if they were actually doing this every day, if this all the time. It's the only thing they were doing. I didn't care. It was the fact they was moving, walking, and talking, and having conversations on the side. I don't even. That's amazing. That looks good. All right, let me get back to my mission. Like I don't have time for that, bro. Like people are just.
It's the console zealots, bro. Like I don't care about you being a fanboy. If you're a fanboy, it's just like being a fanboy and a zealot. A lot of these dudes are just absolutely zealot. That's PlayStation and Nintendo and PC and Xbox. It's just the zealots, bro. I'm like, they make gaming just.
Don't be using big words on me, man.
That's like 6 letters, I think. Shut up. No, I don't know. I can't spell it. Spell zealot. Z-E-L-O-S. But nah, it's just like it's like I gotta stay off Twitter now because it's like a lot of times it's like a lot of y'all cats on Twitter just make gaming not fun anymore. Like y'all nitpick about the dumbest stuff, and then this whole DEI crap, and then you got people trying to pander to people like, oh, wait till you see our next character. Bro, your first game ain't gonna sell you, second game ain't gonna sell you, brother. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Like, just stop it.
I only be on Twitter for porn and Funkos.
I try to get in contact with any devs and whatnot, and they send me codes and stuff like that. And I'm appreciative of it. I'm trying to grow my brand, but it's like I'm so sick of it, bro.
Yeah,
like it's just like
I don't even think that's a gaming community problem. I think that's an America problem. We're overly opinionated and we're overly sensitive. I cannot preach that enough. Overly opinionated, overly sensitive.
Like if I'm like, I told you, Husky, like I may joke about it here and there, but I'm not gonna completely trash Starfield because it's the Xbox game and I'm more console generated wise. I'm more on PlayStation, but I'm really more on PC. But I'm probably this year going to invest some time into Starfield because I think playing the Outer Worlds kind of like, you know what, I would love to control my shit more. Oh wait, we got a game out that you can already do that. Crap. That's right. Okay, I can go play that now. You know what I mean? But it's like it's
PlayStation. I'm on.
Bro, and matter of fact, that's another point. Like I hate, and again, this is both platforms. I hate the fact, this is like I remember when PlayStation was talking about how trash High on Life was, and when it got to PlayStation, this game kind of dope. I'm like, what happened, dog? And vice versa. Freaking Xbox people talking about some what was that game called? Shoot. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. They ain't never played that, but then they said Hellblade 2 was amazing. But I'm like, wait a minute, y'all said y'all don't like walking simulators, and then when Death Stranding dropped on Xbox, they was all over it. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all didn't like walking simulators. What happened? What changed?
Yeah,
like it's crazy, bro.
That's on, like you said, both sides. Where if a game comes on one console and it's on that console, you got people on the other side, that's gonna try to trash that, man, and it's bad. That's why I say, man, like as far as for me and mine, bro, like I try to keep it positive. Like there's certain, like I said, granted, there are certain games that I'm probably never gonna play, but
Right.
I'm not gonna trash that game because
Right.
I don't play it or I don't like it or it doesn't fit me. I'm not about to trash it. But
I got
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, I'm a shit talker, so I'm gonna talk shit in private. I'm not gonna go online and make a whole post about like NCAA. Husky knows how I feel about NCAA.
Yes, we do.
It's a Madden reskin with college teams. But
That's
who
what
the fuck
that's how
cares
he
what
feel.
Dub says? Who the fuck cares what I think? It was the top selling sports game in America. I think in history.
Yep.
Quote me, fix me if I'm wrong.
But yeah, it's just
means I say, and I got it too, so I'm part of the problem. So it doesn't matter, bro.
No, that's I mean, but at least you know what you like and you know what you enjoy. That's the thing about it, though.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're gaming, right? You're not on here like, oh my god, this game is horrible. Let me get on Twitter and talk all this trash. It's like, no, we play games over here, bro. You know what I mean? Like we beep or whatever. What I don't know what sound the Xbox makes, but you know what I mean? Like or Nintendo don't even make a voice or do it. I don't know. I ain't turn my Switch on in a minute.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, some little. But
my PC old, so when I try to turn it on, it sounds like an old engine. I'm like, oh baby, you struggling,
bro.
Boy, it sound like a breathing machine for asthmatics, boy.
But if anything, a terrible game can be made quite fun if you got the right people, bro.
Bro,
that's another thing too. That's another thing. Terrible game can be made fun with the right people.
But is there really a terrible game if you know what the developers were trying to do? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying, but I feel like it is a specific, very subset of games that's like that. Very specific. Very specific.
Okay. But matter of fact, I can think of one right now. I think it was called like Werewolf Apocalypse Edition. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but that game
I know you're talking about where you was a dude and you could turn into a werewolf and all this stuff like that.
Yes, that's a good point. Matter of fact, Doug, you made a very good point about that. Yes, that is that subsection of game because they had a good idea. That was dope. But everything else, what about it? I was like, y'all, what happened? Yeah. What happened, bro?
Like I said, it's very, very, but also then again, like, yeah, think, bro. And like I said, maybe I'm getting too political and too deep in America. I don't want to say we're poor, but like, bro, most people make under a certain amount of money. So it's kind of like, you keep making these high-end price games, like people got to pick and choose. So maybe your game would did like, and that's why you kind of just like rappers move off other rappers' release dates. You might want to pay attention, move off those release dates because your game is doomed if it's dropping next to GTA 6. You might want to put that bad boy out another 2-3 months, or drop it
next
2-3 months before.
Yeah, drop it next year. Just all ambitions next year, bro. Because if that drops, it's a wrap.
Bro, because hey. GTA, one of them coon games. It's certain games you don't drop next to. Madden, because all the coons gonna buy it. NCAA, all the coons gonna buy it. Call of Duty, all the coons gonna buy it. GTA, all the coons gonna buy it. So right there, if they had like a nerdy son or something like that wants something else, no, they're getting GTA. They're getting GTA. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you gotta think about stuff like that, but.
Like it's just looking at it, bro. Like at this point in time, I'm starting to think that gaming is cooked, and I'm even going back and playing some of these older games. I'm like, I miss how these games had their own charm when they were made. The voice acting obviously amazing, but like there's no motion capture. Like work actually had to be done, and I'm not saying motion capture ain't work. I'm not saying that at all. But it's just like I don't know. It's just something about it. Just looks like a little charm to me. Like this is dope. I like this. It's just I miss it. I miss the creativity, like of how everything looked. Everything ain't gotta look realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because Among Us was one of my favorite games, and that bitch wasn't realistic at all. Fall Guys, one of my favorite games, wasn't realistic at all.
And that's where somebody else was saying, like, people want. Like what LBG was just talking about, like people we want not when I say we, I don't mean like us specifically, like just in general or like the gaming community, like or the loud people in the gaming community. I can't say I don't even know these people play games, but they gripe and complain about how a game, if the game is not 60 frames per second, if you don't have all this, you know what I'm saying? If you don't got all this in your game, like it's it's not a good game, or I can't play it because it don't look like it. Like,
bro,
man,
bro. I've been on the PS5 since it dropped. I still don't know what the fuck 60 FPS is, frames per second. But I still don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I got a PS5 Pro with a TV that helped it run 120 FPS. I don't know the fucking difference.
listen,
Dang.
all you know is you play games and it's fun.
It is
Exactly.
a difference. It is a difference, but I mean, like the way certain games may be, what's wrong before, optimized or whatnot, you probably won't be able to tell the difference if it's optimized correctly.
Thank you.
So I'll say that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like gaming now is like,
Oh no, it's gonna hit a reset, bro. It's gonna hit a reset.
And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that it's gonna. I ain't gonna say I'm afraid of that. I wouldn't mind them hitting that reset. I just don't want us to lose. I don't want us to lose, like, not that I'm talking about, like, I don't want us to lose some of the good developers we have in that process. I don't want to see gaming developer after good gaming developer, stuff like that. Like, I don't want to see them fall out, and that's why I like with them being with Xbox. I'm hoping Xbox they make quality. Obsidian makes quality games. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see them, but there's the stuff like that. I don't want to see those companies go under. Like, and even though they may, you have your ups, they have their ups and downs. Ubisoft, like, say what you want about Ubisoft, like a lot of people.
Dragon Age made by Ubisoft?
No, Dragon Age was made by BioWare. But like, even BioWare, like, say what you want, and despite what happened with Dragon Age, they still gave us.
It wasn't a bad game.
You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Like, people are so they went woke, and that was
one mission. It was one mission.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Those people are so loud, and what they're doing is half of those people, most of those people don't play the game, don't play games at all for real. And they're being so loud on the internet because of the hidden racism and fascism and sexism that people have. They may not say that. I may not say nothing, or I may not call it, but I like what they're talking about, so I'm gonna listen to what they're saying. I'm not gonna buy the game. Like, it's a bunch of people that think like that because they're being so loud on the internet. Like, you are hurting the gaming industry more than anything. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna see this big, we're gonna see this reset where some of those people that were developing those games that you loved, and you were too, just because you were listening to some asshole talk about a game that hadn't even come out or didn't even play it, pointing out one mission or just spreading, just retweeting or sharing somebody else's stuff.
I love Dragon Age. I ain't gonna lie.
You're gonna cause a collapse, and it's gonna take out so many of our good. I'm scared it's gonna take out so many of our good developers and studios that we have. Like, and we're gonna have to start from the ground up, man. Start from the beginning.
And then all those IPs will go into the wild, and so now you can't make this remake, and this license is here, and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Now, I will say this. I do believe that there are some developers and studios that may need a reset. Case in point, I hate to say it, but Ubisoft. Like, their bread and butter is Assassin's Creed. Outside of that, they really don't have anything. And I'm like,
and it's because this the
magic go.
They became more. I'm gonna go ahead. No, you go ahead.
They had Beyond Good and Evil. What was it? Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's supposed to be coming back on the low.
Supposedly they showed the dog like some years ago, but it ain't no movement.
I'm gonna name some games for you. Assassin's Creed, Star Wars Outlaws is a Ubisoft game. Skull and Bones.
Real quick, I thought Star Wars Outlaws was a good game. I did. There were some things that could have been tweaked, done correct, a little bit differently, right? But like, looking at it from the perspective of a scoundrel trying to get your score, that's essentially like what the Star Wars universe is.
Let me get real close and say this.
What's up?
There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just that it was a semi non-attractive female, or for some folks it was they were focused on her not being sexy enough and the focus of that and some other stuff took away from the game.
Let me come in real quick too.
Go ahead.
Some of these game developers need to stop fucking listening to these dumbass people because at first it was a problem when all the characters were sexy. Now it's a problem that they're all not sexy. That should let you know some shit you don't need to listen to idiots about.
There's only go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. You still going?
Oh, and also I didn't want to play Outlaws because I'm a Jedi nigga. Like I wouldn't have gave a fuck what the fucking Jedi look. Just give me a Jedi. I come to force push and force shock shit. And that's what I came here for.
You got people like that, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't out here trashing the game either, because it don't have a Jedi in it. You know what I'm saying?
My one great is when she was swinging on the stormtroopers. I'm not trying to clown or be disrespectful, but I think when you punch a stormtrooper in the helmet, you're not supposed to knock him out like that. That's just me. You could have flipped your bat blaster upside down and hit him with the ass of the gun. You could have had like a little shot baton stick to drop him. That's just took it out of me, because even looking back at Star Wars, Han Solo never did that. You never saw him putting paws on the stormtrooper. He just and that was it. You feel me? That's my one only great. Outside of that, man, I thought the game was amazing. I thought it was fun. The music, seeing Lando, like seeing Han and Carbonite, like I'm like, yo, like this is. I saw Luke Skywalker's old home in Tatooine. I'm like, this is a Star Wars fan's dream. Like I was geeking out when I was playing this.
I got to go back and play it, man. I thought it was fun when I was playing it a little bit, but I think I forgot what happened. Well, I didn't. I know what it was. I had it on. But it was I was
He's a Dragon Dog.
Yeah,
I was playing it on. I had Ubisoft Plus. I had tried it on Ubisoft Plus when I got it out. What I got it off of. So, but I want to go back and finish. That's one game I do want to go back. I didn't know I didn't. You a lie. Let me tell you why. I told everybody that asked me. I said I'm trying. Even when I was doing my videos, my playthrough of it, I said I'm playing this on Ubisoft Plus.
Oh, you told me you was gonna buy it because it was between that and I think Black Myth Wukong. Like, I'm gonna
and I said I was gonna pick which one. Then I saw. Then I saw. I was like, well, you know what? This gonna be on Ubisoft Plus, and I can just, you know what? I'm gonna get Ubisoft Plus for a month and try to see if I can go through it. That's what I end up doing.
I bought it on the PS5 first. I was PS5. I can't talk PS5 first. I was like, this game's dope. And then I was like, everybody was like, oh my god, I can't play it on Ubisoft, like, because it didn't have the save transfer. And then they finally fixed it and they had save transfer. I was like, let me go ahead and try it. And then they gave me like a trial for like $1 for a month like that. And I was like, shit. I tried it, I beat it. I took the PlayStation version back, got my money back. I'm like, this game really ain't bad for real. Like, it's
especially if they fix. I was playing before they fixed the stealth missions, because I did run into that problem where if you got found out, you know what I'm saying, the mission you had to restart, you had to start it all over, whatever the case may be. But
soft,
like, but they did, you know, repair the stealth missions to where you could do, if you got caught, you know, it wasn't it didn't make you start all the way over, man. But
and that's how we came up on gaming. If you mess up, you're going all the way back there, man. Try it again. Man, I had no issue. I played Splinter Cell. I bought Splinter Cell when Splinter Cell first came out. You get caught, you want to. You get caught, you want to.
That's why I was a Metal Gear guy. I don't give a fuck about what's name, Sam Fisher, whatever his name was.
Hey man, Sam was a bad man.
Give me Solid Snake. That's a real white man, right? That's how a white man run football. That's my guy right there.
Stupid.
Say what you want. Sam was that dude. Sam. Listen. Sam was up in the rafters hitting the Jean-Claude Van Damme split, waiting on somebody to walk by so I can drop down on top of him. What you talking about, bro? Listen, say what you want. Sam was that dude.
Solid Snake ain't really need to do all that. David didn't have to do all that because he's slaying everybody like Goliath.
Anyway,
David had to. He might hide in the box, but that boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, don't let me get on that other white boy, Jack, right, boy. But man, look here, get your best color. I'm taking them too.
Stupid, man.
Anyway, man, so Well, fellas, look on. We've been on this for. We've actually been on here for. What you got? What you got?
Before we,
Yeah.
I want to throw a little Black History fact. I know I didn't say color than cool, but
Go
I got
ahead.
some Black History fact for you.
What you got for us, man?
So a game podcast. I want to talk about Sir. Let me see, Gerald.
You mean Jared, my cousin,
Yeah,
Jared Lawson?
Jared Lawson. I think he's my reincarnation. Me and Gerald got the same birthday. But he died.
His last name Lawson. You know what I'm saying? He might be a relative on the low key.
Hey, I'm just gonna paraphrase this. Jerry is considered like the father of modern gaming.
He is.
Like, I didn't know exactly about Jerry till I found a random Facebook Instagram video, but he actually was like one of the innovators of like the cartridge system.
Yeah.
So the fact that we were able to like change out games came from his concept. And since it's Black History Month and we're a gaming podcast, I thought I should throw out that little Black History
Absolutely.
fact. Shout out to Jerry Lawson, the father of the video game cartridge and modern gaming.
Shout out to Jared, man.
Appreciate you, Jared.
Could you imagine we never would have got that? We just got a whole bunch of fucking arcades.
Well, you had to buy. That's what it was. Before he invented the cartridge system, you had to buy a new console basically to play a certain game. Like that's wild, bro. That's wild.
Bro, you know the games I got, bro. I wouldn't have space in my crib.
Man, listen.
Every year you had to buy a new console for a Call of Duty, for a Madden.
Listen.
TVs.
Listen. Like it would have been. That's crazy. That's wild, man. But just shout out to Jerry and and from there and like to where we are now, man. It's just amazing.
From here on that, that's cousin Jerry.
Cousin Jerry.
Cousin Jerry.
Cousin Jerry.
So with that being said, man, I know we started with one type, of kind of went somewhere else, man. But that's what we do. But appreciate y'all for tuning in, for listening, man. Before we go though, man, like make sure y'all go follow my guy LVG Gaming Experience, man. Check out his YouTubes, man. The man be on YouTube with his videos. His videos are hilarious, man. Watch some of his playthroughs, man. The man is entertaining.
Real quick.
What you got?
I am at 489 subscribers. Like, come on, man. Give me to the 500.
Let's go get this man to 500, man.
Some money.
Go subscribe.
Some money.
You saw him hit the preacher pose earlier, so you know this man about his business.
Hit you with that Jacob Fatu.
It's Sunday, and he hit
that Jacob Fatu. I love you, LVG. Listen.
Stupid. Nah, but man, like for real, like I think I started in 20 or 21. I think is when I started. Last year, I saw a lot of momentum, a lot of growth, and it's like, man, it feels good to see it, man. But I want to.
You got it, man.
Yeah, man. But
y'all gonna help get my boy LVG to 500, man. Go get the family to 500, man. He needs it. Y'all go like and subscribe to everything.
Everything. You want to go from poor to broke.
There you go, boy.
Go from poor to broke.
Listen, that's that. Hey, they get that 500. They kick you off, man. Get that monetization going. You in there, baby.
Yeah, man. Let's go get there, man. I'm claiming 1,000 this year. I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's
up.
go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the GOAT.
Listen, let's go, baby. Anyway, man. So look, appreciate everybody that stopped by. Appreciate shout out to, like I said, the official, unofficial third chair to the Victory Road, man. Shout out to LBG, man. You know what I'm saying? As always, shout out to the Dub. You know what I'm saying? My guy, he forever here. You know what I'm saying? Can't see me with the John Cena. Hey, on that, did y'all see they coming out with like a clear toy version of John Cena?
I saw that. I need that.
I want that. I want it.
No. I need that.
Listen, I need to find that, bro.
I need to get two because I want to take one of them out the package and one of them will be a souvenir one day.
Listen, I thought that was dope as hell. If I see that, bro, I'm grabbing it because that's dope as hell, bro. Like the fact, and that's just been the whole that lore behind it is it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody make a post, it's just random. You'll see that. You know what? Everybody misses person in this shot. It's John Cena right there. You just can't see him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's 5 people here.
So with that being said, man, we about to be out. But as always, y'all be great. We out. Peace.